Hey everybody, back with you for a second week of our now called Monday Kickoff weekly update, giving you club updates, soccer updates, and other news from Brooklyn City F.C. I'm here in the Brooklyn City offices. You can see our beautiful graffiti mural behind me. And which leads me to the next point. I can smell coffee roasting out coming in through the window, and that's from our new video series sponsor, City League Coffee, which is just down the hall actually in our office building. And fun fact, does roasting coffee smell like coffee? No, it does not. It smells like, you want to take a guess? Burnt toast. Yes, so now you know. If you have that smell, that burnt toast smell, it might be coffee roasting nearby. So here we go. Let's get right into the action. I'm getting a little bit of soccer news first. On the men's side, look at the jersey. Korea 2, U.S. men's national team 0. I think from some of the chatter, there was some assumption that this would be a not the most difficult game, but Korea is a very good team. They did well in the World Cup. I think U.S. soccer has some maybe not realistic expectations and about the level of our player pool. So that's a topic for another video or podcast. But yes, big match on the international friendlies for USA. On the women's side, Alyssa Thompson signs with Chelsea. Alyssa Thompson is a top young player from our women's national team. Another move to England for a top player. Again, another topic for later video or podcast, but huge news for a huge amount of money. So good for her, and let's see what happens there. So to get into Brooklyn City news. What did we have going on last week? Well, last week was the first full week of training for all levels, youth, women's, men's. We had hundreds and hundreds of players out for training, and it was just great to see. I think the turnout was more than we would generally see to kick off the year. So it was absolutely fantastic. Tons of new players. The enthusiasm, energy, and commitment has been great. So off to a great start. We want to see if let's maintain that through the rest of the year. In matches, but first, actually, we're going to start with Saturday. We had a club festival day. So the club festival day is always where we get the entire club out. In this case, it was all the youth players from U7 to U14 playing inter-club games, one age group versus another, A team versus B team, and it's a way for us to kind of get them into competitive environment for the year, while also having just an amazing vibe out, which we did out at Bush Terminal Park all day Saturday. And then, of course, we had to clear the field when the storms hit around 3 p.m. and we get out of there as fast as we could. But our festival and our club events features the basic ingredients of good soccer, fun and good vibes, good food, merch, and great music. So we had all of that on hand on Saturday. We had empanadas from Empanada Papa, which is a great local business here in Sunset Park. We had coffee from, of course, City League. We had all of our merch, and yeah, man, it was just an amazing an event. It's great, always great to see everybody get out and enjoy each other's company. So, and to get into the game action on the weekend, we had 3 teams kick off their EDP seasons. We had the 2012 boys, a very competitive match here in Brooklyn, fell 3-1, but that age group has a ton of new players, and I know Coach Kishvar was very happy with their performance, and also can see some clear areas to improve. So great start for them. We had 2012 girls play on Sunday, which with Coach Letty Fernandez, who's a brand new coach to the club, an amazing addition to our staff. The game didn't go the girls' way, but I know with Letty is the very bright future for them. So that match was also in Brooklyn. And then the 2011 boys had actually a half match because of the storm that rolled in on Saturday afternoon. But I'm going to hand it over to Coach Jorge, who's the 2011 boys head coach in addition to other roles. And Jorge is going to give us an update as well as an update from the men's side from the weekend. Take it away, Jorge.
Hey, thanks, Jesse. Good morning, everyone. My name is Jorge. I'm the Youth Technical Director for BCFC. I happen to coach the boys 2011 Bridge Academy team as well, and the men's first team, second team, and third team. So just to backfill on what Jesse was saying, this weekend was a first for all of our teams, opening weekend. On the youth side, our 2011 Bridge Academy team had their first league game in EDP. It's a tricky situation with this group as most of them are in high school right now, but there are league games. So it was pleasant to see all the boys out together. They got to know my coaching traits and habits, got to meet some of the parents. In terms of the game, unfortunately, there was a lightning delay after the 20th minute. We were up 1-0. In terms of possession and doing what we're doing, it was more so learning and understanding each other, learning the players learning each other, knowing how they play together. We got a lot of work to do, but it's a great project to take on for this year. And once the kids are at high school, it'll be a little bit more continuous with training, because training, the environment, is what sets the tone for games. Moving forward to Sunday, our men's team, 3 teams played. The first game was our third team in the morning. Very well, winning 1-0. And then we are tied 1-1. And it's a 2-1 down game, 3-1 down game. Got a last goal in the last few minutes of the game. Game ended 3-2, unfortunately a loss for us. We move on to our second team. A little bit of a surprise there for us. In order to look for the result, we opened up the floodgates. Unfortunately, received a couple of goals that we weren't expecting. We were down 7-0 at the end of the game. However, our first team, very positive takeaway, very positive point. It's a 2-2 tie. We managed to possess the game. We had great moments of ball movement. We had understanding of the game, how to fill in spaces. Everything went great, except for the couple of mistakes that led to the goals, which eventually they're the ones that tied up. But an eventful Saturday and Sunday for the club on the youth and the men's side. And look, this is the first weekend. I love first weekend simply because you can address the issues that you had at hand. And that's just progress and development for every level, every age, every team in terms of what to do the next weekend. So back to you, Jesse. We're ready to get back to work. Thank you, guys. Nice to meet you all.
All right, thanks, Jorge. To get back into the updates quickly, the last update from this past week was the first week of our development centers, which is our grassroots program that we run in partnership with Soccer Roof. All sessions hosted at the 2 Brooklyn Soccer Roof locations. It was a great first week to get into the year. We have a lot of new coaches, and it was really awesome to see quite a few new coaches that are actually players from our BCFC men's team who want to get into coaching on the youth side and give back to the club to help the next generation of players come up and hopefully fill their shoes one day on the men's team. So big up to Adi, Julian, Rashad from our men's program for jumping into Dev Center coaching, and hopefully there'll be a few more. Looking ahead, we've got a few things coming up. So the season continues to progress. We'll have more age groups from EDP getting their first matches in. I believe the 2015 boys and 2016 boys will have their first match. Exciting news for Indigenous Peoples Day / Columbus Day weekend. We are going to be sending almost all teams to the Northport Columbus Day tournament in Long Island. So it's a decision we made last week. Everybody will be playing in the same event. Should be a fantastic weekend. Those of you guys in soccer know it's a huge soccer weekend, and we look forward to getting a lot of our youth teams out there. All the age groups up to U14 anyway. And we also have our women's season opener this weekend. So please come out and support our women on Sunday, 2 p.m. at Bush Terminal Park, our home field for this fall for all levels of the club. So again, Sunday, 2 p.m., Bush Terminal Park. Our women are playing Fuel FC. As you guys might remember from last week, the women had a 4 or 5 game winning streak to end the spring season. So we're right back into it for this fall, and can't wait to see them hit the field. So come support us, 2 p.m. Sunday. And then finally, the men's team are going to be traveling upstate. I know how it's trying to figure this one out, but it's upstate around the Peekskill area to play SC Eintracht, and a New York City based club, but we're playing up there. So Yes, they will be on the road, and our BCFC 3 team will be playing locally in Brooklyn. So yeah, big weekend ahead, and stay tuned for next week's update to hear about how the teams did and what's coming up in the following week. Thanks, guys. See you later.